Hello guys, so this particular tutorial is uh, how in C programming you can read a single character from the keyboard. So we want today to write a C program that's able to read a single character from the keyboard. So let's start doing it now. Let's give it some names, say read one character dot C. So you know how to do this. Well, just start with dash include stdio.h, then int main return 0. This is something that you just have to remember all the time. Okay. So our target in this particular program is to read a single character from keyboard. Okay, that's our target. And of course, it's a very it's a very simple uh, method. You just have to call this function get character. Okay, this is a function that will, if you just invoke this get char function, and remember, how do you know it's a function? Because just after this get car word you have these two parentheses. And remember, whenever we have this parentheses, it simply means the function call operator. So after get car in line number 6, after get car, we see these two parentheses. This clearly indicates that this is nothing but a function. So let's try running this now, and let's try compiling this now, and let's see whether we get the idea. So we'll cc read one character dot c, and let's compile this. After compilation, let's run it. Okay, dot slash a dot out. Once we are running, we can clearly see that this particular program is not really terminated because we cannot, the prompt doesn't appear. Okay, it's blinking right here. You can see the blink here. So in this particular case, when it's just blinking, it indicates that it's waiting for input. It's waiting for input. So let's give us some input. Let's say X, and after that you have to hit an enter key. And enter key basically tells the computer that uh, input has been given, and then you simply enter. Let's hit enter now. Tick, and the prompt has this appeared, clearly indicating that a particular key was pressed, a particular input was pressed, say X, and the program read one character.c was able to read that character. So this getchar is a simple function which is able to read one character from the keyboard. So now let's try running this once, and let's give it some other input, say 1, and hit an enter tick, and we again see that another the prompt has come back again, clearly indicating that this one was also accepted and the program terminated. And we can go on like this. Say let's enter, say, an A, okay, and it will have the same results. The problem with this program is that even if we, it of course getchar gets you a character from the keyboard. The only problem is, what was the character that was actually typed? Right now when we run this program, we are not able to, we know what we have typed, but the program is not able to capture the exact character that was typed by the user, by us. In order to rectify the situation, let's now create let's now define a variable. Okay, and let's define this variable as, say, input. Okay, so what is an input? Input is a variable, and remember, a variable is just a memory location. And what is this memory location for? To store, this is a memory location to store the input given by the user, given by the typed by the user, typed by the user. Okay, so this is, so right now we are using the definition of one variable, one memory location, and we want that this particular memory location should hold the character, whatever character that was typed by the user. So, as you have just said, getchar is a function. Of course, by the way, getchar is a built-in function, is a function which is defined in standard IO library. Basically, this stdio.h. It is, if you just go into stdio.h, you can see that getchar is also mentioned there. So, this is a standard function. This is a function from the standard IO library, and this function basically returns the character. Now, in order to capture or store the character that has been returned, we'll use the input variable like this. We'll say input equal to getchar. And remember, the in C, this equal to symbol doesn't represent equal to, it represents assign. And this is the assignment operator. So what is basically happening here is the input is the left hand side, and it is assigned, let's use assigned, it assigned the value of the right hand side. But what is right hand side? Right hand side is the get character function. So the result of this assignment operator is that after the character after the character is read from the keyboard by get character, that value is copied over to this input variable. That's how we are able to store the character that was typed in by the user. Once we have done this, now you can simply print the character that was typed by the user. So let's give a suitable message. You have uh, typed %c. And remember what is %c? %c is the control specifier, is a format specifier for character. And let's just print the value of the input. I think it's okay. So now let's run this program again. Let's cc this. Okay. Okay. We've compiled this. Let's run this now. Again, see there's a blank now indicating that it's waiting for input. So let's type some symbol, say 1, and the message is now okay. You have typed a 1. Of course, we can do this for other symbols also, like A. Of course, you can do this some other character, like let's say star. Okay, whether it's 1 or an A or a star, in any case, the character that we have typed in, whether 1 or A or a star, is suitably stored in that variable that we named as input. So this is how you are able to read a single character that the user has typed on the console using C program.